Apple to Coca-Cola, the biggest brands in the world are building on blockchain. Ontology releases its roadmaps. The Bitcoin price has bottomed out according to Pantera Capital. VeChain partners with AssetLink for RFID chip production. Cryptojacking remains an acute threat in 2018. Telegram may soon be banned in Russia. Supposedly the XVG raised for the Verge partnership announcement are being sold on Binance. Bitcoin embraced by the Islamic world as compliant with Sharia law. Japan's biggest companies are bullish on crypto. A professor predicts cryptocurrency back in 1999. And the market continues to build steam. We've got all your headlines mixed with some daily market analysis. I'm Elio Trades, and your FUD TV Daily Update starts now. That's right, diving in here on the total market caps, we can see that Bitcoin is up another almost 6% or 5.3% rather. Ethereum has really made a tremendous amount of recovery here. Obviously, a lot of people were very worried about the amount that Ethereum had fallen, and obviously like a rubber band, if you stretch it too far, you're gonna get that bounce back. So Ethereum really coming back with over 10% gains. Ripple with another beastly day of over 20% gains. Let's look at Ripple's week chart really quick, because it has absolutely been a tremendous last couple of days for Ripple. If we go back all the way to April 11th here, and it was right now on the 13th. We go back to the 11th. We were trading Ripple for under 50 cents here, and now we see Ripple is almost at 70 cents, 68 cents, almost 69 cents. Of the biggest gainers in the top 100, we have Golem. Obviously, Golem has just released their sort of mainnet release on the Ethereum network, and so it's nice to see that projects are really delivering, but of course you see that they are still up 60% on the day with a huge spike in the last 24 hours. Mithril, again, continuing their momentum. I don't know what to say about this particular coin, except for it is a roller coaster, and we've gone over the last couple days. We don't even go over it. We have Bytem under that, and Wanchain. Wanchain has really been developing quite a hot streak. This is a very interesting coin that did extraordinarily well off its ICO. As soon as it hit the charts, it was really a rocket ride for anyone who got into that ICO. So if you're part of the Wanchain train, then good for you, because you guys did absolutely great on this green day. Americoin and then Nucleus Vision rounding out, okay, and then Loopring, and all of those are above 20% gains, with of course Golem with the huge surge. Obviously, Golem looks like it's pulling back a little bit off that surge, but then you guys, there's just a lot of green here. Another very good day for the alts. We have Wax with a nice gain. It's just a great day. Here, let's see how many even losers we have. We literally only have 2 losers in the top 100. Obviously, cryptocurrency is so polar. There seems to be these days now lately where it's just all highs or all lows. There's just mountains or valleys. So this is the polarity with which we are living right now. But right now, we are on the good side of that equation. Woohoo! One of the reasons for this market surge might be that many people have predicted that this bear market trend is largely coming to a close, and that the bears, as you will, have really sold all they can sell, and now we have the bulls coming in to hodl more, take more off the market, and allow for more buying than selling to occur, driving the price up. According to Pantera Capital, now is the time to get long Bitcoin. Leading cryptocurrency hedge fund says not only is Bitcoin out of the doldrums, but it's onward and upward from here. I might think a fund manager like Pantera would always be saying, today's a great day to go long. I rarely have such a strong conviction on timing. A wall of institutional money will drive markets much higher, according to Pantera's Dan Moorhead and Joey Krug. To be clear, the Pantera Capital is not the kind of group that is recklessly making calls here. In their 7 years or so in the industry, they've only made a handful of calls. A rising tide does lift all boats here. Just because Bitcoin goes up doesn't mean the alts get left behind. It might happen temporarily for either days or weeks that Bitcoin bulls without the alts, but like a slingshot, it will rocket those altcoins way up. People will be taking their profits and spreading those coins around into different coins that are smaller, that have more upside potential. Again, this doesn't mean that this is over and done with, the bearish trend, but it means that the worst is probably over, and those 6,500 or 5,900 Bitcoins are not necessarily coming back around. We're definitely looking to build some sustainable momentum and growth into April and as we reach into the summer. And that's because all the biggest brands in the world are in fact moving into the blockchain revolution, piece by piece. And these are no small pieces moving in here. We have everything from Rockefellers to Apple, Google, literally the biggest banks, VCs. We have all of the powers that be, the money, the governments. And by the way, the governments are worried right now because when they are sleeping on opportunities, places like Malta are stepping up and becoming new homes for cryptocurrency empires like Binance and OKX. Right now, the 2 biggest exchanges in the world have just moved to Malta? Come on. So the powers that be are making it happen, and if they don't make it happen, someone else will make it happen. And so we're just going to touch briefly on how Apple, Google, and all these huge companies, Coca-Cola, are using blockchain. Apple filed a blockchain patent in December that wanted to verify timestamps and use this technology to fight hackers. Google, or Alphabet Inc., is developing its own distributed ledger that third parties can use to post and verify transactions. Although the timing of the product and release is unclear, the company plans to offer this to differentiate its cloud from other rivals. It will also provide a white label version that other companies can run their own services, the person added. So essentially, this could be an enterprise blockchain solution, much in the way that Ethereum is one, or Stellar Lumen is looking to be one, or Neo. Maybe this is the competitor to all of those platform plays. Maybe Google is going to release the Ethereum killer for real. Who knows? But all I see is that we have more bullishness in the space. Hopefully the Google blockchain is also investable. Porsche getting into blockchain, Walmart getting into blockchain, Coca-Cola getting into blockchain to deal with its distribution makes total sense. We have Rakuten getting into blockchain. It's a huge e-commerce giant in Japan. IBM, of course, is deep in blockchain. And we have Salesforce, of course, just announced their blockchain play. JD, one of the biggest retailers in Asia, in China. This is huge. Ladies and gentlemen, we know what's happening. The tide is turning, and this is about to be the biggest bull run, in my humble opinion. Whatever's coming next, I don't know whether it's this month, next month, but when we start making all-time highs for Bitcoin, I believe that will lead to the biggest historical bull run. Of course, only to be outdone by the next bull run. This isn't going to be necessarily a smooth rocket ride up to the moon here where you're getting cocktail service, but the reality is that this is looking extremely bullish, and the fundamentals are looking really, really good right now. And Ontology just released its roadmaps, and you see here that they go over their chain network and their trust ecosystem, and a lot of this is hitting in Q2. They have a ton coming out in Q2, a ton coming out in Q3, very exciting stuff, and their mainnet release is stilted for Q2. So that's very, very exciting stuff, and we can see Ontology delivering on what is looking like one of the biggest undertakings in the blockchain space. If you don't know about Ontology, we've done extensive research on this project. Go ahead, check out one of my videos on it, check out one of the FUD videos on it, and we'd be happy to go and give you more depth there. But this is awesome, and we should, we're not going to do a whole in-depth review of the Ontology roadmap, but they are delivering, they are following up, and that's why this channel is so bullish on Ontology as a regulatory force throughout cryptocurrency. It's definitely going to be the go-to regulatory force in China. We know they've been meeting with the Chinese government officials left, right, and center, and it's now announced that they're trying to expand into the United States, Israel, Russia, other different places, Europe. So this is going to be huge, and if Ontology ends up integrating with governments around the world for compliance, this could be the #1 coin at one point. And VeChain partners with AssetLink in enterprise-level physical asset management. The whole point of this partnership is to bolster their IoT device tracking mechanisms, and AssetLink is a partner that's going to be helping produce these RFID chips. You can see here that AssetLink is going to be producing these RFID chips, these scanners, and that they're going to work with these mobile apps in the VeChain Thor platform. Bada bing, bada boom. Wonderful stuff. Of course, this is more in line with what we know to be true with VeChain's mission, just as Walton Chain is producing chips as well. All of these IoT companies that want to be successful, and look at IBM, they're producing their own chips as well. So this is the game here, is to produce really high quality microchips, RFID chips that can track IoT, throughout the supply chain. This is a necessary component, a good announcement. I wouldn't say this changes much in my mind about VeChain, but it's a good announcement. Cryptojacking is still an acute threat these days. If you don't know what cryptojacking is, it's essentially using someone's CPU or hijacking their computer to mine cryptocurrency in a secretive way. This, of course, being done without their permission. While this type of cyber attack is not necessarily new, it's really been accelerated with a new type of cryptojacking that occurs when you visit a malicious website. That website essentially then just starts mining or infecting your computer and essentially creating this secretive mining operation from your computer. Popular websites will continue to be the targets for this type of behavior, as this is a prime place where you can get the multitude of people visiting who maybe don't understand that they're being maliciously infected. And this is a continual issue that will continue to face the cryptocurrency community and non-crypto community in 2018 and beyond. And we have word here that the XVG that was raised during the crowdfunding effort of last week to essentially open up the possibility of this partnership, this revolutionary partnership that Sunarak, the lead dev, keeps talking about. This donated Verge that he called upon his community to give back to him apparently is being sold on Binance. The reality is that if this is true, it's very sad. It falls in line with everything that we were saying about the scammy and sort of less than kosher nature of what was going on in the Verge operation. We certainly hope this isn't true, but if this is true, well, I would just say that beware, because this is precisely the type of FUD and precisely the type of bad behavior that really will sink a project. I don't even know if this is illegal, because technically it was a donated Verge that you donated to the dev team for them to do whatever they wanted with it. There were no strings attached. So I don't think this is necessarily illegal, but it's certainly wrong. And if this is actually happening, oh man, this is really bad news for Verge. Obviously, I investigated the Reddit post. There was not a single person on Reddit that seemed to disagree with the assessment that this was the Verge that's being sold. So I'm not saying this is 100% factual and guaranteed, but it seems to be an opinion going on around right now that Verge is being sold, that 75 million Verge is being sold on the market right now by the dev team, which is just Sunarok, one guy. In an interesting turn of events, Telegram might actually be banned in Russia. A Russian court has ruled that the messaging app Telegram must be blocked in the country. The ruling follows months of battles between Telegram and Roskomnadzor, Russia's telecommunications watchdog. Russia's Federal Security Service, FSB, wants to access user data from Telegram through the sharing of encryption keys, but Telegram has refused to comply even after a court ruling. A Russian news agency explains that Telegram will be blocked immediately, given that they are not being compliant with the court ruling. This means that upwards of 10 million Telegram users in Russia will be blocked from the service. In a statement of defiance, the founder of Telegram, Pavel Durov, said, "At Telegram, we have the luxury of not caring about revenue streams or ad sales. Privacy is not for sale, and human rights should not be compromised out of fear or greed."
Wow.
We got billions in the bank. They literally have so much money, they don't care. So, I mean, they can do whatever they want. They could relocate to the moon if they wanted to and run their operations off of Pluto. So they could really do whatever they want with the amount of money they have. And this is interesting that they're saying, you know what, this is the decentralized revolution. This is not where the government gets to come in with a backdoor key and undo our rights. This is where we create our new type of rights, where we're actually safe from scrutiny, safe from the sort of authoritarian control that governments had over us. And this is very, very interesting stuff. Kind of makes me a little bit more of a fan of Telegram. It's kind of badass. And recently, a respected Islamic scholar has declared that Bitcoin is compliant with Sharia law, essentially opening it spiritually to about 1 billion people globally who identify with the Islamic religion and the Islamic faith. According to Mufti Muhammad Abu Bakr, a Sharia law advisor and compliance officer at Blossom Finance in Jakarta, Bitcoin can be halal in certain cases. In Germany, Bitcoin is recognized as legal currency and therefore qualifies as Islamic money in Germany. In countries such as the US, Bitcoin lacks official legal money status, but is accepted for payment in a variety of merchants, and therefore qualifies as Islamic customary money. By two different definitions, Bitcoin, by the nature of its acceptance, and by the nature of its legal status, is compliant with Sharia law. So if you've been looking to buy those Bitcoins, but were wondering what Sharia law had to say about it, now you know. And we have word that all of Japan's biggest companies are getting in this crypto game. This is huge. Rakuten, Line, CyberAgent, SBI, these are absolute titans of the space. And we're just going to go over quickly, just so you guys get a little more bullish here. We love the bullishness here. We got Rakuten, $11 billion market cap, launching a token. Line, a $9.2 billion market cap, launching exchange and payments. CyberAgent, $6.4 billion market cap, launching exchange. Yamada Denki, $5.9 billion. Offers Bitcoin payments, operates exchange. We just see going down, going down. We have Monex that just bought the CoinCheck exchange, GMO Internet, Big Camera, DMM. I'm not familiar with all of these, right? But these are huge companies, and this is just another example. Like, we're trying to keep track here of the technology's progress, adoption progress. The charts will be the charts. The prices will be the prices, and those will have their big bullish moments and their big bearish moments. But those are not necessarily logical reflections of the progress of the industry. And the people who really understand the logical progress and the sort of step-by-step progress of blockchain and how it's coming into this modern economy that we're creating, those people are going to benefit because they know when not to worry about when there's been some FUD or whatever, because you're analyzing fundamentals. Stick to the fundamentals. We're going to end today with a few little bits of uplifting and fun stuff, not as serious. I wanted to show you this video right here where Milton Friedman essentially predicts that cryptocurrency is going to come about in 1999.
The one thing that's missing, but that will soon be developed, is a reliable e-cash, a method whereby on the internet you can transfer funds from A to B without A knowing B or B knowing A. The way in which I can take a $20 bill and hand it over to you, and there's no record of where it came from. And you may get that without knowing who I am. And that kind of thing will develop on the internet, and that will make it even easier for people to use the internet. Of course, it has its negative side. People who are engaged in illegal transactions will also have an easier way to carry on their business.
Wow. I could not even believe it when I saw this video. This is in 1999, Professor Milton Friedman saying essentially what cryptocurrency, what Bitcoin is. Yes, it will be an e-cash. It will be trustless. It will allow for this sort of global cash style payment system, and it will definitely threaten the roles of government. It's also definitely making it easier for negative actors to do negative things. These are all true, and it's just a lot of foresight coming from this professor in '99. Really amazing stuff. Just wanted to share that with you guys. And finally, there was this post on here on our cryptocurrency. It says, God, I love cryptocurrency. The dizzying highs, the terrifying lows, those creamy middles. Remember in November when we were all geniuses? By the way, if you guys were here in November, everybody was a genius. Everybody. Remember March when we were all gibbering morons? Yeah, you guys remember March? I think you guys remember March. March was fun, right? I don't know where this roller coaster is headed next, but I know I'm spending 90% of my time in the work bathroom style refreshing my portfolio. Bitcoin! Cryptocurrency is this roller coaster of emotions. If you are paying attention to the tech, then you know what we're experiencing is a revolution of sorts. It's definitely a change, a paradigm shift. And it comes with a lot of volatility, right? We're gonna see highs, lows, middles, everything in between. And the FUD, the FOMO, all of it is part of this shared communal experience. And understand that this journey, the highs, the lows, learn to love it all because it really is the craziest, most unique thing that I've ever experienced. And I certainly hope we can all learn to appreciate even the most negative, most brutal aspects of it as part of a beautiful revolution. Thanks so much for checking out our daily FUD TV update. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't be afraid to smash that like button, comment below, or share the broadcast. Obviously, if you're an investor or enthusiast in the space and you're not subscribed to our channel, you need to do that. So hit that bell notification, and you'll be made aware whenever we put up content. I'm Elio Trades. It's been an absolute pleasure having you with me today on FUD TV, and I'll catch you very soon on the next episode.